Outdoors right now, the sun is starting to come on up and we are seeing clear conditions for just about everyone. And the temperature is still pretty nice, upper 40s for a lot of us around the Tucson area. And something that's going to help keep us just a little bit warmer today is going to be that wind. It's not going to be all too strong. I'm not expecting wind gusts around 30 miles per hour or anything like that, at least for today. But since that wind's going to be coming out of the south, there's a lot of that warmer air in northern Mexico that is going to be moved up into southern Arizona. And that could send that high temperature all the way up to the upper 80s, and the best spot I think that could be happening is going to be closer towards the middle of Tucson. So here's going to be a look at that city. If you keep up with the time right here, you're going to have a few spots like potentially the east side. This is one area I'm looking at that has probably the best chance to reach the upper 80s, and the reason why I say that is because at lunchtime they're already going to be at 80 to about 82 degrees, and if there's clouds that move in, it's mostly going to be on the west side of town. So if you're closer towards Pitcher Rocks or Drexel Heights or even Oro Valley, you're much more likely to see cloud cover than an area like the east side. And since they're already so dry, they're likely going to be exposed and have a very good chance to be reaching 87 for that high temperature. And then overnight, just like everyone else, they're going to be having that temperature drop down quite a bit. All right, so when it comes to the wind gusts for tomorrow, so note the time there at the top of your screen, it is going to be pretty significant out there. I do think that we are going to have wind gusts around 30 miles per hour for the Tucson area. Not too much around lunchtime. I'm mostly tracking these stronger winds to be happening at some point during the evening. So between about 4 and 10 o'clock is going to be the best chance to see strong winds for tomorrow afternoon. So for Tucson, between 30 and 35 miles per hour. If you're in Cochise or Santa Cruz counties, those areas might have wind gusts around, say, 40, 45 at absolute most. So if we do have a wind advisory come down, it's going to be that eastern half of Cochise County that typically gets those to move in and have that wind advisory. Something else, of course, is going to be blowing dust, which we've had the past few windy days, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of those comes down from the National Weather Service as well. And this is going to be caused by a low pressure center getting close, but not close enough for any rain chances, close enough for those winds, because you are seeing those pressure lines, which are the lines you see in white right here, getting very close together over Tucson. Whenever you have those lines nearby, I want you to think about windy conditions, and they kind of spread out as you get closer towards Friday, and that ridge of high pressure is going to continue to develop at that time. But then afterwards, during the weekend, you're going to have this Arctic front try to reach us down here in Tucson, and as of right now, there is a small chance of rain and maybe even some sleet or snow for late Sunday evening. There's going to be quite a few things that need to go right for that to happen, but as of right now, I'm putting it at a very small chance that we see even rain at that point in time. But a lot can happen. Remember, it's Tuesday, and we're talking about Sunday here, so we're going to continue to keep an eye on Sunday as the day we're watching over the next 7 days. High temperatures, though, are going to be in the 80s for the next few days. Plenty of sunshine out there, and even after that first initial front I was talking about before passes us by, we're going to be getting right back to the mid-80s at least before that second one moves in, and we have another breezy day early Sunday. And again, any rain at all is going to have to be overnight Sunday into Monday, and if there's any kind of snow potential to develop, we need that temperature to get a little bit lower, which is something we're going to be tracking during that time as well. That was weather. Let's go ahead and check out with traffic before we get on outside today, and things are still pretty good here. We don't really have a whole lot to talk about in the way of wrecks around the city, which is always good news. As far